The new facial lateral swingaways are designed to work with the Unilink headrest hardware. Let's take a look at the 5 options we will be stocking. 2 rights and a left, 2 lefts and a left and a right, a left only, and a right only. If the swingaway is ordered with the chair, the swingaway configuration will be installed to the headrest during production. Any facial pads, X-switch mounts, or other options will not be installed in production and must be installed by the provider. Let's take a look at a 2 lefts and a right swingaway config. You'll notice right away that the bracket shape is different than the previous generation for the TWB hardware. In the middle, you have a keyhole shape. The ball for the Unilink headrest hardware goes through the larger opening and then slides to the top. The 4 holes shown here line up to the 4 holes on the headrest pad and are secured to the pad via 4 bolts, as shown here. You will also notice different holes on each end of the mounting plate. The different hole patterns allow you to change the angle of a swingaway arm. To change the angle, simply remove the 2 bolts securing the arm to the bracket as shown here. Then you can change the angle of the arm. Once you have your preferred angle, rethread the bolts to reattach your arm to the bracket. The design of the new facial laterals is also modular, so swingaway arms can be added in the future, or you can easily change the sides of the arms on the bracket. Installing a facial lateral pad is done the same way as it was with the previous model. Move the interface ring to the end of the swingaway rod where the ball is. Thread 3 screws to attach the facial pad to the rod on the swingaway. Let's say you need to install an 18-inch rod that will be used to mount a chin joystick. In the example, we will show you how. Note that in CPQ, you will still need to pick the mount for the exact joystick, such as the Movis Micro or Stealth PMPJ. To begin, loosen a couple of the screws on the swingaway arm. This will allow you to reposition the rod. Remove the rubber cap at the end of the rod and slide the rod through the ball to remove it. Then remove the cap from the end of the new 18-inch rod and thread the rod through the ball. Position the rod as needed and tighten the screws to secure the rod in place. Remember to place the rubber cap back onto the rod. Installing a figure 8 is done the same as the previous generation swingaway. Let's look at installing pickable part number ST-F8675-13-Q. I also added a black egg switch and installed it on the mount. The pickable part number for the egg switch is also on the screen. Reference the last video in the module to see how to install the egg switch onto the mount. Remember that these parts arrive at Quantum already pre-assembled. The rod and egg switch mount are already assembled into the bottom part of the figure 8. Therefore, to secure the figure 8 bracket to the swingaway, we must remove the top interface ring and replace it with the figure 8. Unlike the last example where we loosen the screws, for figure 8 installation you need to completely remove the 3 screws shown here. This will allow you to remove the rod, ball bearing, and ring. Grab your figure 8 and place the ball circled in red into the opening on the ring. Thread the 3 screws into the bracket to help secure the ball. Thread the rod you removed back through the ball. Then set your desired position and tighten the screws. Lastly, the swingaway mechanism works the exact same way as the previous generation, as shown here. Thanks for watching.